Hello, greetings, viewers, and welcome to Tales of Winternacht and Chapter 6 of Book 4, The Tale of Cybil Spear, our actual play D&D 5e main campaign. I'm Silver, and I will be your storyteller this evening. With me are our players for tonight, which are Dustin, AJ, Saga, and Conrad. For those of you tuning in for the first time, we'd like to encourage you to check out our other material on our YouTube channel. Also like to direct you to our Discord server and Instagram to join our community and interact with us. Links to all can be found in the About section of the Twitch channel. Before we begin, I want to thank Smiteworks for Fantasy Grounds, our virtual tabletop of choice, Sirenscape for amazing ambiance sound effects and music, which you'll be hearing here shortly. Discord for our voice and video, and Wizards of the Coast for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, the game we play. Tales of Winternacht is not sponsored by, nor are we an official representative of any of these companies, and the views and statements made during our game do not in any way represent those of the companies. We'll be continuing our giveaway this week, looking to hit 120 followers. Upon reaching that point, we'll be giving away a set of lovely stickers. Shiny, sticky, cool.
Ooh, okay.
The same rules as before. To enter the giveaway, redeem 100 channel points to activate the enter giveaway option, then join our Discord. Everyone eligible can enter once per stream and accumulate multiple entries until we reach 120 followers, at which time we'll choose one entry as a winner. If you're chosen as the winner of the giveaway, you'll be contacted on Discord to get your mailing address to send you your prize. I believe yeah, we just had a winner here a couple weeks ago, so we're pretty early on in this current promotion one. One last piece of housekeeping before we get started. We are looking for guest players to join our stream for a 1 or 2 session arc later in this book. If you're interested, visit our Discord server where you can find a link to the Google Form application on the quest board there on the server. Be posting this to other Discord servers, Instagram, Reddit, pretty much anything else that seems reasonable and not strange. And we look forward to meeting some new people that show some interest in participating and get the chance to participate down the road when we get to having in these guest spots. Those will be probably not starting until late September, probably more likely October. So this isn't like an immediate thing. It'll be something, there's going to be a little bit of time. But definitely, if you're interested, watching this either live, on demand, check into it if you're interested. That goes for people that don't play in streams. It goes for people that are in other streamed games. Anybody who's got an interest and is willing to participate fully as a audio and video participant is welcome to apply. With all that lovely stuff out of the way, I will turn it over to Dustin for this week's recap, which is actually a recap going back to chapter 3 of book 4, the last time we were with the group in the dream.
Yes. Last time we followed our remaining group of Cybil Spear on their way to Eagle Fall. Yofordir on his good guy era, and just enjoying the time of being with the group and making their way back home. Passing the burning tree, stopping by, getting some historical significance, going through the Granite Mount province, and joining up with an interesting caravan that they stopped with for the night, sharing stories and tales and laughter and fun, and intrigue about a particular storyteller and their interesting key that they had. After talking to them and perhaps fibbing a little in the in where it actually belonged to, the group was able to procure the key from the storyteller, and then finally make their way to to Alfred's home of Eagle Fall. Upon reaching the stone gates, there was a bit of talk about the stone giants and their place in the world and how they might be um, possibly dangerous, but that should be something for others to worry about. Uh, we we as the group had a wonderful time getting to know a lot of the individuals around Alfred's life, like his family, his parents at least, his siblings being away for the moment. Uh, to which his mother, in all of her joy and wonder of her son being home, decided to throw a wonderful party. They went out for a while, enjoying the town, until they realized that night had already come, and the party had begun. Alfred made his way through to his welcoming party and found that everyone there was familiar but unrecognizable. Things descended into chaos, and only Wallis remained, much to Alfred's dismay. And as he fell into the chaos, he grabbed Wallis by the wrist and, in his rambles, decided that they were going to go through the store together. And as such, that is where we will pick up our tale.
All right. All right, folks. Welcome back to the Dreamer's End Tavern. Let the tavern embrace you like a warm hearth. Lanterns hanging from heavy beams above, light dancing gold across long oak tables crowded with steaming platters, roasted meat, sugared cakes, and mugs of foaming ale. Air is thick with the smell of fresh bread and spiced cider. A low murmur rolls from the patrons. Laughter, fragments of conversation, toasts of forgotten victories. Yet when you try to follow the words, they slip away, half formed like dreams upon waking. But no matter, they're all strangers anyway. In the midst of this haze, two figures stand tense before one of the many heavy doors that line the walls. Alfred, face flushed with anger and frustration, points accusingly at Wallis. The tall, broad shouldered catfolk ship captain, his sea worn coat catching the lamplight. Wallis tipping his wide brimmed hat back, his green eyes narrowing, the mood teetering on the edge of chaos. Before, a voice, suddenly from behind the bar, cuts through the tension. Well, welcome back to the Dreamer's End Tavern, Mr. Yates. Happy to have a repeat customer. What can I get you?
The door.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that drink or meal. Is that a specialty? We can certainly get that served up, but that sounds a bit more hardware.
Of course, it wouldn't be that easy, now would it? Oh, I think I'll be good for now. Thank you so much for your hospitality. Um, how are you
Sure,
doing
can't
today?
get you anything. Oh, we got just some fresh buns right out of the oven, melted butter, honey. There's a really good cider that we just started serving this week.
Oh, I'm sure it's really good. I'm really sure it is. I
Kind of
do not
piques
wish to
Wallis's
have any.
interest for a little bit. He's kind of looks over your shoulder over at the bartender, like starting to hold a hand up.
I see his hand. I will pull it down. I turning to Wallace.
What? I, sorry, it sounded good.
Yes, it is good. It is fantastic.
What's the problem?
You will forget Everything that you are. You, as Wallis, will cease to exist as a person. You will become the Tavern. You will enjoy yourself for the rest of your miserable existence, and you won't even know it.
I'm torn because half the things you're saying sound amazing, and the other half of the things you're saying sound completely confusing, and a bit hard to swallow.
Let me ask you this. Do you have people that you love? You have someone that you love. Do you
Well,
wish
but
to see her again?
according to you, she's here.
Right. And
Which
if you want
door?
to see her again, you do not eat the food.
All right, that's fair. What about the drink?
Everything. There is
Okay.
nothing here that is sacred. The only thing that you can trust is anything that you brought in here.
Right. Well, this is all really tempting. So maybe we should like make it really quick to get going, get out of this place back to someplace safe, go find Tarahasa, and well let's get back home.
I'm with you on let's get back home. Everything else is up in the air right now. We have to survive first and foremost.
Seems relatively safe in here for the moment.
Uh,
A few sketchy
and
folks about, but
are there any doors about that Alfred can see?
6.
6? Right.
The
We
one
have
you're in
2
front of.
keys.
5 others.
Uh, the one we're in front of, that's the one that Wallis has the key to, correct?
No.
No?
One we're in front of is the one matching the key you got from the storyteller.
Okay,
The
okay.
cloud key.
Well, in that case, Alfred will produce the cloud key. We should just get going. There's nothing to be had here. That man over there serving food and drink is not even real. Don't bother with him.
Not I'm sorry, is he like one of those mechanical constructs like you make?
I wish. At least that would make sense. No, I mean, if you stabbed him, he would bleed just like us. But he
Is he
is the
real?
tavern.
Okay, so that's circling back to that. Okay, accepting that, fine. So we're just gonna go into random doors, random keys. I mean, none of these match mine.
Well, I have this one, and this matches this door.
But isn't Terahasa in this one? As he holds out his screaming catfolk key.
Is there a screaming catfolk door?
There is not.
Look around you, friend. Where does that key go? The key that I have has a cloud on it, and this door has a cloud on it.
I get matching things. That makes perfect sense, but how do we get to the room? You told me she'd be here, that this key led to something here, and I don't see a door that matches my key, and that's the whole reason we're in this place.
Yes. So, in the fashion that I managed to go through this hellscape before, we were able to find different keys, and it was honestly a crapshoot. We would go into one door, experience hell on earth, and then somehow make it out alive, and then more doors would appear as we procured more keys. So, honestly, we need to go through, find another key, and we're finding breadcrumbs until we stumble upon your door. By which time, that's when we enter it. But we need to sort of have you ever played with one of those like wooden puzzles? Like sometimes you have to, in order to figure it out, you have to push something through to let another piece fall through, or you're able to wiggle it out or something, right? Have,
Take your word for it.
we've got to do things in order to make the tavern work. It's basically a shifting labyrinth.
Okay. Well, I mean, I suppose trusted you to get us this far. Don't have a reason not to trust you. The
Well, here's a good
gentleman
reason to
who's
trust
not
me.
real behind the bar seems to be familiar with you.
Yes, I unfortunately have been here before. But here's a reason to trust me. I am exactly right next to you. I do not want to be here. And know the fact that I am trying to get out as quickly as humanly possible. Be comfort that I am not going to leave you. Because you are the only real thing here besides myself. I need you.
All right.
So, actually, before we step
What
through this
about?
door,
Look,
can
okay,
we
go ahead.
can we go through? I just need to. I need to trust you. Can we go through like what are you good at in terms of? Are you a fighter? Are you agile?
Well, suppose I'm decent with a blade would need to be. Um, I like to think myself fairly intelligent, perceptive.
Okay, okay.
But
Um,
can usually keep out of view from folks if need be.
are you a
Uh,
conduit of the aether?
I don't know what that means, so I'm guessing no.
Excellent. No.
Okay. I can man a ship, obviously, but
Well, I will trust your blade, and I will trust your keen sight. I myself, I'm an artificer. I have a hand cannon that I can utilize in the different ways to either shoot or protect us. I have a few different spells that I can use to either create. Let me see what Alfred actually has prepared before I create lies. I can make you go faster for a short bit. I can produce a thunderous wave around me. Can make one of us larger or something smaller. Can shoot fire as a fire heart. Um, I can make a web. I can even fly now. Um, well, I have these boots and I can put some power through them, but um, so that's what I have to offer here. We need to be a team in this, okay?
mm-hmm. Um, okay. He reaches out, pinches your arm.
Oh,
Okay. Reaches out, pinches his own arm. Do you remember outside in the village, anywhere on the road? Did I hit my head somewhere? Because all of this sounds a
insane.
bit much.
Yes, it's not a bit much. It's totally overwhelming.
Okay,
Why are
as
you
long as we're
not
all on the
freaking
same
out?
page. Internally, Captain's got to keep us calm for the good of
The
the
crew?
crew. I guess that's us.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Bit. Do you know
Are you?
this one over here? The
Well, this
big
is.
thing coming towards us. Conrad, would you like to introduce us to Tamerlane?
A man sits a little bit a ways at the bar. He has a wooden mug on in his hand, and he's obviously been drinking from it. Um, this man is a centaur. Uh, kind of a dark chestnut horse body that's seated on the floor, ignoring the stools that would not fit his body. Um, he has this decent leather breastplate, shoulder pauldrons on. His long hair is braided together with bits of colorful shell and beads, and held together tightly. His skin is obviously darkly tanned from the sun and the wind. Um, and he doesn't seem to be paying attention to what is to having a breakdown over here at all.
Okay. Yep. This one. What about that one? Points to a merfolk woman over at another table. I don't know if that's a child over there or just a really short, bald dwarf. But do we know who? I mean, are these other people trapped here that they should be part of the crew?
It's honestly hard to tell. I mean, someone might be, but I mean, we did find people back then. We found people that we traded books with, even. Um, but
Okay.
it's very hard to tell, honestly.
Is there
If
like a
you,
way to? Or it's
I
just
don't,
gotta take a guess?
I don't know if I quite remember how we discern people that were real versus figments of the tavern.
So if I go pinch the centaur over here, may or may not react?
They might. I guess if they react, that it would be a good sign.
As long as it's a
I
pleasant reaction?
I would appreciate not being pinched.
So you have
I don't know if
thoughts.
that means he's real or not real.
Sir, sir, I'm sorry. My name is Alfred A. Yates, and I'm from Eagle Fall. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I would hope so. We're in Eagle Fall.
You know of Eagle Fall. We are in Eagle Fall.
Yes.
He's gonna turn to Wallis. This... I've never had this good luck so quickly.
Huzzah!
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Why, my name is Tamerlane. I
Tamara?
the Yates, I believe, we're having a party.
Yes. My mother was throwing a party. Oh my
Yes.
god. Oh my god. You're real. I am so
would
sorry.
hope
I'm
so.
gonna go try another one.
If
Wallace
you...
just like wanders off
is-
to somebody else.
Are
Oh,
are you two all right?
None of us are alright, my friend. I'm so sorry.
I am doing fine.
No, no, and actually, please stop eating and drinking. This is not
Oh,
my mother's party. This is a completely different tavern.
I mean, the food and drink is all free, so you just have your fill. Don't. If you're not supposed to be here, it's just fine.
No, it's not fine. The food and drink is free because it's basically poison for your mind.
What is
I-
Tamerlane eating and drinking?
he's not eating anything right now, but he does have like a mug of probably the cider. He is very partial to cider. Um, I've heard alcohol called that many a time.
No, no, no. I enjoy alcohol. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing, but all of the food and drink here it'll make you forget who you are. Please, like, bear with me for a second. I know I sound insane, but this is not. We are not in Eagle Fall anymore.
Uh, I am sure we are. Don't
Where?
just
Please, I beg you. Where's the door? Where's the door out?
Tamerlane's gonna like look around for where the door is.
We have
I'm
a
sure.
whole variety of doors. There's a lovely collection of doors back here.
Yeah, I was gonna look around like see if I can identify which of the many doors that are here, which admittedly is feeling a little bit weird. Which of these doors probably leads outside?
Give me a wisdom save.
Oh no.
So it begins.
No.
Don't worry, he has some good wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah, none of these doors look like the door you came in.
All right.
I can still see Wallis, by the way, correct? He has not gone off too far.
As you look over for Wallis, he's being punched by one of the individuals he chose to pinch.
I'm not upset.
They don't think they're in Eagle Fall. Not one of us.
All right. I'm willing to carry you out.
So, and I'm sure the bartender actually will corroborate with me that I have been here before, as he welcomed me in. We are in a horrible place. Well, our minds are. We are technically dreaming. This is the Dreamer's End Tavern. Welcome to hell.
I
Yes?
If I'm dreaming, where is my body?
We're probably still in Eagle Fall, you know, at my mother's party. Or we're probably somewhere a little bit right before then, whatever you were doing previously. It's a little fuzzy.
I mean, if where it happened at the party, wouldn't everyone from the party be here?
Well, that's why it's kind of fuzzy. Did you notice that you didn't recognize anyone at the party?
Well, kind of just went into a party, didn't know anyone to begin with.
Did you know anybody from Eagle Fall? Oh, Sorry. Well, as it stands, I'm from Eagle Fall, as you might have gathered. I came home and my mom decided to throw a party, and I happen to know quite a few people around town. And as I arrived into the event, I realized that there was nobody that I recognized, not even the people that I came with, except for and he'll pass a glance over to Wallis. This guy that I met a couple days ago?
Well, I'm going to have to admit, my crow isn't here.
Well, hopefully they're not here. That is probably the best thing that they could ever wish for. So, as I was saying, we are in the Dreamer's End Tavern, and there is a man, most notably the Dreamer, also goes by Kezarath in some circles.
Do I recognize the name Kezarath?
That'd be funny.
Give me a history check.
You have to hit like a 30 for that.
Ooh, here in my +1.
No.
That times 3, and you
Might have been one of the deck swabs back on that first boat.
Well, if we have to kill this Dramer.
Oh, that is not our goal right now. Our goal is simply to escape.
Well, how does one escape?
Well, the last time I was here, and God, I feel like a broken record. I was just explaining this to Wallis. We go through these doors. They all have these differing symbols on the doors you can see, and you'll gesture around.
As you're going back into this explanation and stuff, your attention, like corner of your eye, you see Wallis like darting back towards you, running away from a table in the corner.
What is he running from?
They didn't like the pinches at the table in the corner. Can I get some descriptions of the two folks sitting there?
I'll go first because I'm probably the one chasing him away. Knowing Caradwin. Yeah, chasing Wallis with like literally a broom. Is a quite young half-elven woman. She has very long curly brown hair. Her face is covered in freckles. She has these dark, like sky-filled eyes. No pupils, no whites of her eyes, just these dark blue pools of stars. She's also like quite a bit tan. She's wearing a green dress that's like, it looks like it's been like hacked off at different places at the hem. A dark gray shawl is just kind of over her shoulders, and she has these various like dark blue tattoos on her chest, arms, and legs. And you see that one of them on her legs is like curls around her leg and is a snake. Slightly pointed ears.
And
Get back here and apologize.
orbiting above Caradwin is Atlan, who's a sub 3 foot fairy. His light blue hair is kind of framed by this beret that he has. He has a jerkin that's kind of like tight on his frame. The little bump of his tunic kind of accentuating his shoulders a bit and hopefully broadening them, as he is quite small. He has a rapier at his side. Some might call it a dagger, but for him, it's a blade nonetheless. And it is tied by its scabbard to his belt 3 times over so that it doesn't knock too many times, as he's just fully gyroscoping, like following behind Caradwin. And he has his lute out and is just kind of plucking it with like a smile on his face. He has big eyes and is eager to see how this goes down.
Alfred's gonna move in between Caradwin and Wallis and put his hands up and go, wait, hello. Stop. I'm sorry. Just try and, like...
Not only is he a much less gracious cat man than the last one we met, his hat isn't even as cool either.
It really isn't.
You gotta insult my hat.
Hi, lass.
Oh,
You
Tamerlane,
know each other.
how did you get here?
I was going to ask you the same question. Last I saw of you was in Silverdip.
That was quite a long time ago, and then we went ahead and crossed over the sea, and then we went ahead and checked out a little bit of Ashmain, and then we went ahead and kind of went all the way up out to Crestport, and then we kind of doubled back, and we were out in what was the place called? Carriagewin?
We're in Baral.
We're
Wheatcrest?
Eagle Fall?
Wheatcrest.
Wheatcrest? Oh! That's not too far. Wait, right, Silver? That's not, like, terribly far from Eagle Fall.
Yeah, it's Grand Sound.
Oh. Oof. Well, I mean, that's familiar, and you know each other. You're real. Wait. Hello. He'll stick out his hand once more. Hello, my name is Alfred Yates. I'm from Eagle Fall.
I'm Curdwin. And she'll hold out her, and she'll shake your hand.
Oh, thank God. Thank you, Furnace. And
Curdwin wrinkles her nose but doesn't say anything.
oh, does Alfred notice?
Perception, versus, well,
A passive is
How-
13.
she's just outright right. She wasn't trying to hide it, so,
No.
yeah, give me a roll on it.
Okay.
Do I have to roll any?
Nah. Sub
Okay.
10, you don't notice. Hey,
Oh.
just enough.
My passive.
Mm-hmm.
It was meant to be.
Yes, well, who are you now? I'm sorry? And
Atlan will go ahead and just dip his face like right over in front of Alfred's. Just go, Atlan, it's a pleasure to meet you. And we'll go ahead and put out his hand in the most awkward position ever. You don't know to grab it or...
or just grab your entire, like, fist, basically, and, like, move it up and down.
Good grip, good grip.
A pleasure to meet your acquaintance. No, I'm very excited, and also I'm sorry to the two of you as well. I was just explaining to your apparent friend, Tamerlane, that we are in a bit of a pickle, because we are here. I would like to welcome you all to the Dreamer's End Tavern, what I have dubbed Hell on Earth. Or,
Hi, welcome to the Dreamer's Inn Tavern. What can I get you?
don't worry about him. Please don't eat anything, or drink anything.
Why don't you two give me wisdom saves?
I'm not sure what's going on, but Hen seems to know what's happening.
I mean, since I walked in, this place has seemed kinda weird.
May I stop you? I invite both of you to look around for the exit. There is no exit.
Not a very good game.
It's a terrible game, I'm sorry.
Very poor tavern design.
Yes, it's the worst. Um, we are not wherever you were previously. Um, we were in Eagle Fall, the three of us. Uh, and now we are all collectively here dreaming. I'll give you a moment.
She'll like lean really close in. Is like, okay, what drugs are in the food?
It's not drugs. It's... How do I explain? It's sort of like magic. You forget who you are and what you're doing, and you enjoy the tavern, and you cease to exist as an individual. So if you wish, you can eat the food and enjoy your life, but you will never see anybody or anything that you love ever again. But you won't even care. How does that sound?
Really bad drugs. Got it.
Which is why you see the state that I am in. I apologize for Wallis here. He asked me how to figure out how people are real, and I said I can't remember. It's been a minute since I've been here, and I don't remember how we figured out people were real the last time, and I'm honestly a little stressed. And I would just like to be back home. I don't even
Wait.
think that I left Six Bells now.
Wait. So, you've been here before?
Yes, unfortunately. I am part of an adventuring party known as Cybil Spear, and we crashed together many moons ago, banded together, and were happy and going along our way. And we were attending a theatrical performance of the family of one of our members, enjoying ourselves, and then we ended up here. I still don't know how, to either this one or that one, or this occurrence or that occurrence, but we ended up here, ran through a series of mazes and gauntlets and terrible, terrible things, and then somehow by the skin of our teeth, we managed to escape.
Boss, give us a moment. Holds a finger up, puts his arm around Alfred, and like tries to turn him away from everybody else, and kind of back towards the cloud door. All right, I just want to make sure we're vetting all these people, because everybody I pinched reacted. So that didn't work, but I thought we were relying on this guy, knew we were in Eagle Fall, so clearly it must be with these two.
These people still have their knowledge. These people are still people.
To see her eyes. If that doesn't look dream shit, I don't know what does.
Can I hear this?
You can certainly roll to perceive.
Alright. Let's see.
Would Carrickman have would her eyes have been unfamiliar to Alfred? I don't no.
We encountered that first adventuring party had the sorcerer with those eyes.
Yeah, Ursulia would probably be the most recent person you would have had contact with that would have had those types of eyes.
My friend, perhaps being on the boat, you haven't been to as many places as you think. There is a variety of spellcasters and sorcerers that bear these sorts of eyes, and it's nothing to be alarmed at. Please, it would honestly be a little rude.
You're the expert. You're the return visitor. Just wanted to double check we weren't going and giving away all of our secret information to spies and whatnot.
I appreciate the concern, but Wallis, there are no spies here. If anybody can think and is coherent about who they are, that is a good sign.
All right. Can think and coherent about who they are. Got it.
They know where they were in the world. Their concern is
Know where
not
you
just
are.
simply the next drink, or partying here, or some other frivolous nonsense.
All right. I think got this down.
All right.
Turns back
about
towards
face
the rest of the group.
as we turn in place. All right. Sorry about that. Where were we?
And he'll go and just immediately go to shake hands to introduce himself. But Curdwin, you did hear. He's just Captain Wallis, longtime friend of Mr. Yates here, associate. Sorry about
I'm
the
gonna
pinch.
insight check the longtime friend thing.
Alfred's gonna let it play out for 1 second before he calls him out. But everyone, if this also helps, everyone will see Alfred turn to Wallis. Be like,
Oh, relative. He rolled a 4. He's not convincing in any way, shape, or
Yeah.
form.
Curdwin will not shake his hand.
All right. Attempt to shake hands with Atlan and Tamerlane.
And we'll allow it.
allow. Oh, it's good to have real people.
Yeah, Tamerlane will shake his hand.
So
Suppose run down the whole explanation thing again.
Oh, wait. I think that I've got it. So we're in sight of a big bottle, and there's a cork on the top of it, right? And are there any cracks in the bottle, or are we just stuck inside of it?
Well, if there's a cork, we can pop it.
or we could crack
So-
the bottle from the inside.
To run with your analogy, we're in a corked bottle, but that bottle is spinning on its side. And when we open the cork, we might be in any direction in the next bottle that we're in. That is also spinning in any direction. And there are quite a few bottles that we're inside of before we find the final cork.
Oh, you lost me again. The last time I played a game with a spinning bottle, I had to kiss the person who it landed on.
That was not a pleasant evening.
I've played that one too.
I think you enjoyed it.
You didn't say they had to kiss.
Alan will give a wink over towards Timberlake.
Somehow Alfred is redder. So if you think about like a maze, maybe, the walls are like shifting in a way. It's very hard to navigate. We have these. Alfred's just very flustered. All right, we have these keys, and he'll produce like the cloud key, and you see that there are some doors around. None of them lead to an outside, but they lead somewhere. From these keys, we will find more keys in the door, by which we will go through this sort of cycle of finding keys and finding doors until we find a door that leads us to something that is considered outside. Or the dreamer gets bored of us and he wants to make a deal with you.
So the dreamer is the owner of the bottle?
Yes, he is the person that brought us in and corked us up. He plucked you from the world and stuffed you inside this bottle. And now he's going to make you run a gauntlet and wear down your soul until you're hungry and want to eat the food, or you decide that you will make a deal to escape this terrible, terrible place.
So is the key like a prerequisite to being here?
Have you guys found a key?
Yeah, Atlan will go ahead and reach it aside, and he'll go ahead and produce a key.
And Curtin will pull one out of her pocket as well.
I would just describe your keys as you unfurl them.
We'll do that.
I'm so excited we got to that naturally.
I felt like this was important for some reason. Tamerlane holds up a key. It's kind of a plain metal key, but on the end looks like a rook chess piece, like a castle tower.
Caradwin's is also similarly a plain iron key, but at the end of hers is a pair of crossbones and a bonfire erupting from the crossbones.
And Atlan will go ahead and produce his, which is a headstone with a heart inside of it. And it is still a very similar iron key. I know you wanted me to say burning tree. Lesson. We'll just elephant in the room, Conrad.
Oh. Well, each of you has a key, and that was your ticket into this tavern. So if you would like to look around the room, some of you might find the door that corresponds to your key. Those are options that we have now in order to progress.
Do we see any doors that match any of these new 3 keys?
Each of you find a door that matches the key that you have, the 3 newbies. Aside from those 4 doors, there's one that has a gnarled tree with a face on it, a somber face on it.
Always a tree.
And the 6th door is a bundle of wheat that is rotting and withered.
Well, it seems we have both the most wonderful and terrible of luck. We have a lot of options ahead of us, friends. We should pick one of these doors. I believe that Wallis and I were going to go through this cloud door, but
Maybe it's best we lay all the keys on the table, look at them all, and figure out what would be least dangerous, best option.
that's actually a good idea. The keys, the symbols on them do preclude something of what is in there, but I will say it's not indicative of the threat level. I remember going through a key that bore a symbol of books or a library or something of the sorts, and there was a terrifying monster made of paper that nearly killed us.
That sounds par for the course, though. If you're going into a library, you're gonna run into monsters.
I've never been in a library, so I can't dispute that.
What kind of libraries have you been in?
You've never been inside of the ones where you open up the books and the monsters pop out at you.
Right, but that's just, paper mache and it's not going to kill you.
I'm sorry, You're discrediting what I'm talking about. You said a monster made of paper. What was it? Was it a bigger book or something like that?
Silver, correct me if I'm wrong. It was like 20 feet tall.
It's a little embellished, but it was pretty big.
That's a really big book.
You win, I guess.
It nearly killed half
Right.
of my friends. I pulled my best friend from its clutches.
There's no on the library.
Well,
Well,
we don't have a book key, so yay, no monster library.
sorry. I guess what I was just trying to say is be aware, be careful. Not everything is as it seems.
I have to say, the cloud or the tower, probably. They look the safest.
Can you give us, like, you, Mr. Expert, that's been through this all before, any guesses? Give us some examples other than giant paper monsters out of books. Sorry, clouds make me think sky, makes me think falling. I can't fly.
Oh, I'm good for that one.
Well, I can fly, and if need be, I can help you. I can carry you up. But yes, we should be careful on which ones we pick for what sort of skills we have. If we're not good swimmers, we probably shouldn't pick one that's water-based.
I'm much better in the water.
I dislike the water, but I can traverse it at times. I just lost my train of thought. When we entered
We're
these
already getting
rooms,
to him.
made a wisdom save IRL. No, I passed. When we enter these rooms, we are going to be looking for more keys to progress, as I said. The way that we find these keys, or the way that they find us in a way, is that you will... I'm sorry for this, but you will hear these horrible, horrible whispers of things that you can't quite make the words out of. And it will be louder and louder as you get closer to the key in question. When you find the key, the whispers will cease. Everyone will hear these whispers, so please find the key.
You would all be familiar with having experienced something similar to that before finding the keys that you each obtained. All right, so we have 4 or 5 keys, 4 doors that match those keys.
Right. Well, we'll have to keep looking for your door. But, yeah, I believe we should just get going.
Again, are we planning this out? Are we picking a particular door? Still not overly excited about the falling through space and hoping I don't die or being forced to fly or something like that. Also, not liking digging the bones on fire. That seems like just exactly disaster. Tower, I'm sorry, makes me think prison. Done that once. Not a good story. Rather not do that.
What about the rook?
Gravestone, again, not good. Is there like a re-roll the doors type
No.
option? Fuck.
Yes.
I
Fuck.
mean, you said Alfred, was it? You can fly. Atlan and I can both fly. So that's 3 of the 5 of us that can fly.
I cannot fly.
I know.
Uh, well, friend, I've studied a bit of magic. I have a couple inventions that could help us circumnavigate that problem.
My broom can technically fit too.
So that's Wallis, and I can take care of, well, maybe 4 shoes for you. He's looking down.
I?
Usually 2 propellers per shoe, but maybe I should make 4 propellers.
Wait, you're an inventor?
Yeah, I'm an artificer. I'm from Eagle Falls, and we have the Artificer Guild right here at my home.
Oh, do you worship in Furnace?
Alfred will look down at his arms and look back up. How could you tell?
Well, then I think I've got it solved. Listen. You go ahead and represent fire because you work in the forge. And then Tamerlane is good on the water, so that's water over there. And then Cerdwin is dirty in the best way possible, so that's going to go ahead and be Datus. And I have wings. So we have all of those going for us.
I believe you're missing toe.
Oh,
Right.
No. I'm saying, he'll go ahead and turn towards Wallis. What exactly are you bringing to the table?
Who do you worship?
Kind of a personal question.
Right, I guess that's why I didn't ask until now.
I mean, obviously, the sea goddess. Not the only way to get about.
Well, we can't
Mostly
defeat
done me
them.
right.
Sorry.
Maybe. We just pick a key and test our luck.
Well, we have to go somewhere, so yes, we have to test our luck. How about the rook key here? Is that one that
Be
we
my
can go
guest.
to?
Be my guest.
Wallace, how do you feel about it?
I don't know, I still feel prison-like out of it.
I feel like it'd be possibly one of the safer ones besides the cloud key if you're still unsure about that one.
Definitely not. I mean, no offense. Little bit uncomfortable with the person who won't shake my hand as the one that's going to keep me from dropping to my death. I apologize for the pinch. I don't understand why we gotta be so difficult with each other, but it's not really building trust. So something
No.
that doesn't resolve around that might be good.
I say, if you can't take care of yourself, what are you even doing?
Ah, all right.
If you're scared, you can stay here.
You, what are you, 3, you folks are all set on the cloud? Maybe, we split up and go different ways. I'll go Go a different route.
I thought we were
You're
going
willing
to
to loan
the.
me a key. Obviously, mine is apparently worthless in this room.
I thought we
Wallis.
were going to the tower.
Do you want to come with us to the tower? I don't recommend you go on your own. You can have reservations about how you feel about someone that won't shake your hand, but at the end of the day, you might like to have someone that won't shake your hand around versus not having that person.
I'm not just gonna let somebody die.
What?
Even if I don't like them, I'm not just gonna let them die.
Remember, these are all real people. They're not the Tavern.
What? So you told me? I did meet some other real people. Do you want me to go canvass the whole group for more keys?
And what were they concerned with?
Me not pinching them, primarily. The one seemed really fascinated with the bread. I think she might be a baker. I don't know.
Can't
What
trust any
about
bakers here.
Okay. Do you talk about worship of Infernus? Maybe we do the fire one?
The bonfire?
Yeah, the bones don't give me any warm, fuzzy feelings, but if we have to go through these things, bones are bones. Don't make me worry about falling or being further imprisoned in a prison-like tavern.
Well, my new friends, how do you feel about bonfires? Would you like to divert to there?
I don't mind a bit more danger.
Gurdon shrug.
I'm still thinking about the fact that you said no offense and then followed up with one of the most offensive things that you said up until this point. Funny how that works.
It's always that way. I'm sorry. The truth does hurt.
It does.
Anyways, I want to be out of here. Let's go.
All right, let's leave.
Frankly, I don't really like buildings. And Karen will start heading towards the bonfire door.
Yes. Once again, we agree.
So you said Silverdeep. Interesting. That's where you all met?
We met and moon something.
Oh, it was Moonstream where we met up, and then we had a little bit of an escort to go ahead and lead off.
Yes, we were working a job.
Oh, so you're capable fighters, I assume.
Enough.
Well, do you mind me asking all of you what you guys do? You know that I'm an inventor. I make things to help me get out of sticky situations. I mean, also I'm a worshiper of Infernus and can coalesce with fire in some ways.
I'm handy with a bow.
And I am too, and he'll go ahead and show his loot bow.
No, it's great. We'll have some range. And entertainment? Is that just for show, or?
Oh, I was being cheeky. I actually, and he'll reach in and pull out like a full-on crossbow and like cock it.
How big is that compared to him?
It's a good amount. It's on the edge of being two-handed.
Where did you even pull that out from?
Oh, he'll gesture down. His bag is working, correct? To pull everything out of it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We have a bag of holding.
Oh, right. I don't know why that surprised me so much. And you? Well,
Caradwin was kind of like side-eyeing you for a bit, because you keep mentioning, and every time you mention Infernus, you get a side-eye from her. And she'll kind of just, I'm magic.
wonderful, excellent.
And I'm quite good at healing.
Even better. I hope we won't need too much, but I think we will rely on you quite a bit while we're here. So, in advance, Kerwin, thank you. And I'm sorry.
You're welcome, and depends on what you're sorry for.
Not anything that I can control. It's, this place is going to beat us to hell, and I'm going to need to rely on you. And while I can heal as well, it's very much limited, and I'm sorry for being a burden.
That's a silly thing to apologize for. Like I said, I'm not just gonna sit back and watch somebody die. That'd be rude.
It depends on the person.
I mean, fair. I wouldn't sit back and watch a stranger die, because I would assume they could at least have the potential of being a decent person. If I know they're an asshole, then sure.
Okay. I can live with that. I'd like to think I'm not an asshole.
And despite some of your comments, you seem like a pretty nice person.
Comments? Have I been untoward already? I'm sorry, I'm not the best in some social situations.
No. Just, I mean, you and Furnace worshippers are all the same. That's all you talk about.
Interesting. Do I talk that much about Infernus? I guess it's a poor sample size for right now because I'm meeting a lot of people. But I don't feel like it's something that's normally on my, I guess, how's the weather sort of docket list.
In the time that we've met, you've mentioned it 1, 2, 3 times, and only one of them was actually prompted.
Alright, I guess I'm typecasted. I
Also didn't feel like you mentioned it a lot.
But
the door, I suppose? Who has that key?
Yeah, right,
oh,
sure.
That's mine. Oh, if we get to the door, Caradwin will unlock it.
As Caradwin unlocks and opens the bonfire door. revealing a dark black abyss on the other side of the door. No light passes through the door frame. Nothing can be seen on the other side.
Well,
Do you walk into the abyss?
oh, Caradwin, no hesitation.
Okay.
On for it.
As each of you pass through the door frame, Wallis waiting to go last.
Oh, he's gonna have to fight with Atlan. Atlan's like holding his hand up near the door before he goes ahead and enters.
Yeah, Wallis takes a good hesitant, like, light should go through. There should be, like, a floor, at least something illuminated in here. And he'll just, like, very cautiously step a foot through into the darkness, following behind everybody. But you pass into darkness for a moment, you blink, and when light again fills your vision, find that the world has shifted. Campfire crackles in a clearing in the wilderness. The flames burn not on wood, on a heap of pale bones, femurs, ribs, skulls, all glowing with an unnatural light, as there is a green tinge to the fire burning. Shadows stretch too far, too thin away from this campfire. As you pass into a circle of log benches that have been established around this fire in the woods.
This looks mighty healthy. Gives Wallis a stink eye.
What? This looks a hell of a lot safer than falling through the sky. I thought at least you, of all people, the other person who can't fly, would be on my same page as me with that.
I think you're making a lot of assumptions.
I'm pretty much left to make assumptions because I don't know what the hell is going on.
If you're left to make assumptions, then you should know that it isn't right.
I'll tell you what's going on. The bones are on fire.
I can see this. He just kind of finds a place as far away from the newcomers as he can find, bench-wise, and just takes a seat. As the heat of the fire warms each of your skin, aside from the color and the strange fuel, acts and operates like a normal fire.
You know, you keep talking about how you don't trust us, and Caradwin will sit down on one of the log benches. But you're also not really giving us any reason to trust you.
What do you want to know? The only reason I'm here is because this guy sees I have a key, so I tell him my life story, and he tells me, oh, that means my love of my life is trapped inside this place, and I gotta go try and get into this tavern that I don't want to go to, that he's adamant you don't want to be in. but that it's the only way to save the love of my life, and so I come to this place, and then I'm just basically listening to everything he tells me and presuming that it's all real as things get stranger and stranger. And then we get here, and my key doesn't even match any of the damn doors. I'm no closer than I was when we left.
Did Alfred not say that we'll find more keys? And do you not think that means we'll not find more doors? Like, once we go through a door, who knows, it might change after we go back.
Guess I have no choice but to just assume that everything's going to come out the way he says it's going to come out. Come this far.
Well, what do you want me to do? Not tell you what reality is?
No, I'm not asking anybody to tell me anything different. I have done nothing but trust you all this way. And I just hoping at some point in time there's some sort of sign that what you told me in the first place is true. Not about the existence of this crazy batshit tavern place, but that she's here. This is where I needed to be. Because you made it quite clear I don't want to be here.
No, you don't. You're right.
But you told me this is the only way to get her back.
If that key was the tie that you have to her, then that means that she is here. These things do not happen by coincidence. The dreamer doesn't make mistakes. I
just hope I haven't.
You sound awfully familiar with this dreamer.
Right, my adventuring party, Cybil Spear, we've been trying to figure out a way to fight him. We found out that it's gonna sound insane, but these tales from these children's tales are quite real. These boogeymen of the past, and he wants to, like, we believe that he wants to enwrap the entire world in this sort of dream state.
Well, I'm really sorry, but aren't you kind of doing his bidding then? I mean, Wallis was saying that you told him not to go ahead and come here, but this was the only way that he could go. That you led him to this place that he wasn't supposed to go to, so you're acting as a little bit of an escort, aren't you?
The way that you defeat him is you have to play the game a bit. I know it sounds insane, but I don't want to be here. I wish someone else was here that could explain it better. Like, they call me their leader, but honestly, I never felt like one. Like, Linus was always so much better at talking to people, and Zedri always knew what to say.
Where exactly did they go? They were with us before we came in here. Well, I mean, most of them.
That's what breaks me, is that I don't know if they are either here or if they were part of our collective imagination walking into the dream. Remember, I told you that the way that we first arrived here as a group was we were all at Linus's his family's theatrical performance, and then somehow we arrived here. it's kind of fuzzy on how you get here. So I don't know if maybe we lost them, or maybe they never were actually with us.
You're saying that before we walked into Tavern and Eagle Fall, we weren't real?
I haven't been to any theatrical performance. Have you? Looks at Caradwin and Atlin.
There was that, and she'll point over at Alan. There was that theater troupe that you humiliated, but they didn't get to put on their performance.
Right. So I guess non-starter there. And I'll also say that we couldn't possibly join you in your collective imagination because I don't know who Salinas and Zeddy are.
Cedri, what were you doing before you got here? What was the last thing you remember?
Alan will look towards Curdwin.
I mean, we were doing what we normally do. We were heading to a tavern so that Atlin could do some of their music money making, and I could hang out, meet new people, possibly torment them, or at least that's what they tell me I do. Make friends is what I call it.
We've just been traveling around, but I guess what specifically brought us over there, I want to say maybe there was a lady out in Urgard who went ahead and suggested that we make our way out there.
Right. Somebody suggested that you go to
Wheatcrest.
Wheatcrest. And they just came up to you out of the blue?
I mean, people like to come up to us out of the blue a lot of the time. I mean, I'm interesting, she's interesting. Why wouldn't you approach us on the street, right?
Right. No, I believe that, but don't you think that's a bit odd? They come up to you with this wonderful tavern suggestion? But did they seem like they were advertising for it in any way? But they weren't workers for that establishment, were they?
I don't think so. I didn't even get the lady's name. Did you, Cardwin?
No, I didn't. But to be fair, it's not even the first time. I mean, like I said, Atlin is a bard. We often get suggestions of like, hey, this place might make you a lot of money.
Right, but isn't that after you've been talking to someone? That's not the only thing that they've said to you, is it?
There was a little bit of a conversation beforehand, but not much. She had a really pretty dress.
So, we're here. Now what?
Do any of you all cold? He's like rubbing his arms. Even though he's wearing this sailor's overcoat, he's still like rubbing at his arms. You all notice, despite the fact you're sitting around this fire, and the more you've sat here, the more you've conversed, the fire doesn't seem to have gotten any lower, but the warmth coming off of it has diminished.
So if I step away further from the fire, it feels colder and colder?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, yes. Okay.
Yeah. Go find some sticks or logs or something to feed this thing with naturally, I suppose.
Some bones.
Hoping to avoid that, if at all possible. As Wallis goes to like walk away from the group, he takes like a few steps past the circle of logs and then just boom the? Which one of you with all the aether crap did that?
Nope. That wasn't me. I don't think that was any of us here.
Stares daggers at Caradwin.
I don't think it was
You
her.
can't. You can't be blaming us for your own clumsiness.
Well, be my guest. You walk over here and see if somebody does it to you.
Oh,
Shrug and kind of, in the way that horses kind of heave themselves to stand up, it's up and then kind of walks over a little bit to where Wallis is.
He just takes a step back towards the logs and just hands out, fighting you. Yeah, watch, they won't do it to you.
Who's they?
Whichever one of these strangers decided to be funny to make a fool out of me. Prove me wrong.
You don't need help from us. He's gonna walk forward, I guess.
As you walk forward, boom. Walk into an invisible barrier.
Kind of a little bit mime-like. Just kind of feel around where this is.
Picking up the subtle perception of like you're under a glass dome, basically.
Okay. Why, Alfred?
sorry?
Do you normally end up in, trapped in domes?
A dome is a new one. They all are different, so each door will be new to me as well. I don't think that I've seen any keys that I previously encountered.
Just out of
Just
curiosity,
hear a
he's
loud
gonna.
fuck as Wallis attempts to walk back the way you guys came in and runs into the same barrier over there.
Just out of
Go
curiosity,
over here too.
Tamerlane's gonna kind of rear back, and you're gonna turn around and rear back and buck kick with his back legs at the dome and see if anything happens.
You hit solid surface with no sound of any cracking or budging or anything. Just pushes back at you.
Caradwin is gonna go over to the fire in the center.
Okay.
And is gonna try to like peer between the flames to see if she can see anything like among the bones in the
Okay.
kind of
Give me
fire
a
pit.
perception.
$19.
Not that you can see. Variety of humanoid bones. Nothing beyond that.
Is there one that is sticking out enough that she can kind of pull it from the pile?
No, sure. There's quite a few arm bones, leg bones that are long enough that you could probably not have to touch fire to grab it.
And she'll pull one out and try to see if she can keep some flame on it, and then walk towards the edge of where the barrier is.
So as you remove, what do you pick? Arm bone, leg bone? Let's get specific.
She'll probably go with an arm bone.
Okay.
Humor?
As you pull this upper arm bone out, immediately after it exits the fire, there's no fire on it. Instead, it's almost like, let's see, with your magical background, it's you almost place it together like it's almost like an illusion that it's a bone, because once it is out of the fire, it is a half rotted arm.
Haredwin screams and drops it.
Holy shit.
Ah.
Aye, lass.
There's
You are
still
right.
flesh.
Right,
Flesh
fearless
on it.
leader, what do we do?
Well,
What the hell is going on?
I guess the fire is magically shrouding the flesh that it's burning? Oh. Here, we need to take stock. Alfred's gonna look around. So there's the bonfire, there's the benches. Is there anything else that is in, like, our sphere, I guess?
At this point in time, only one thing, and that would be the arm that Caradwin has separated from the fire. And of course, you, the five of you.
Right.
Tamerlane is going to approach and very gingerly pick up the arm and walk back over to where the barrier is and see if he can poke the barrier with the arm, or if that has any effect on it.
It just pushes against this invisible solid barrier. Doesn't budge.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Alfred's gonna put on some gloves, and he is going to try and disassemble the fire as best as he can. He's gonna pull out all the rotting flesh arms and legs.
Where's everybody at around this fire? Well, I guess in particular, Atlan, we haven't established where you're at.
He's floating over one of the benches, just kind of watching.
Okay. And Caradwin, you were with your arm near the middle.
Yeah, she's still near the middle, so it's probably like standing
Inside the circle, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. And Tamerlane and Wallis are both outside the circle of benches near the border, the barrier.
Mm-hmm.
And now Alfred is going to play reverse Jenga with a bonfire.
Yeah.
Give me a con save, Tamerlane.
Oh, it was almost a 16. Damn.
Wallis didn't do any better. You both really struggled.
What is going on? Can I give him my my flash of genius in any way?
I would say not in this instance, since you are committed to a task at the moment that is requiring you to be focused in a different direction. But
that is fair.
Tamerlane and Wallis are both like just have this deep chill, as if you are getting no warmth. What clothing you have is completely insufficient, and Wallis just immediately like starts huddled over, heads back over towards the fire, up close to Alfred. She's like, didn't even work? Is this more of this crazy bullshit of this place? Fires that don't warm?
It doesn't make any sense to me either. I'm gonna see if I can get to the root of the fire.
It's like, give me an investigation. That's what we'll use for your... Well, to start with.
Okay.
And then we'll do a sleight of hand.
Tamerlane reaches into his saddlebags and pulls out kind of a blanket and is over his own shoulders. He's not complaining, but he's definitely feeling the cold.
It provides some temporary relief. All right, Alfred, give me a sleight of hand.
Please. Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Oh,
How's a 28?
All right. You have expertly mapped out which bones to pick at which points, as you pulling these bones out, the same effect is what Curdwin had, as to once they're removed, they're at varying levels of decay. All decayed to some degree, but you do pull out items that are fleshy. Arms, legs, ribs, skulls, but in an expert fashion that you are able to pull piece by piece without collapsing the whole. But you notice with every piece you were pulling out of here, and Tamerlane and Curdwin, or Tamerlane and Atlan notice this quicker. That every piece that is pulled out of there draws the fire further down. It draws the heat further down. It's like you're turning the thermostat down with every bone that's removed.
Maybe...
Before...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you're gonna say something.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. Well, before completely, collapsing the fire, we have these wooden benches around us. Could Alfred see if igniting one would produce warmth?
You can always try it.
Right. I do have cantrip, right? Yes. Yes, I do have control flames. So I will take flames and singe one of the benches that's unoccupied at the moment, and see if it, one, catches, and then two, if it catches, if it actually produces warmth.
Do you attempt to transfer this flame from the one fire over to one of the nearest bench? At the bench acts like a heavily soaked wet log that nothing seems to work to you. No matter how much fire you push into it, you cannot get it to ignite. Gives off a little smoke, a little bit of reaction. You get some crackle out of the water in the wood, but it won't ignite.
Alfred will take out a section of rope from his bag and attempt to light that.
Okay. Reacts much the same way, despite the fact that the rope you pull out is dry to the touch. It's not wet. any doubt there was that, okay, well, this log may be just damp from sitting out here. Rope is dry and this fire won't touch it.
Alfred will reconstruct the entire fire.
Did you find any pattern to the bones?
Well, it seems the more that I take out, the colder it gets. And the more I put in, it seems like it returns back to somewhat of a normal state.
But is there one person in there? Two?
How many skulls have I...
Just legs?
At least 3 skulls.
I found at least 3 skulls. And I didn't finish taking the fire apart. It's quite a few people. I'm trying not to think about it. I'm gonna be entirely honest. It's not something I really want to focus on for too much.
Do you want me to help you rip off the band-aid? You could just go ahead and snuff it out all in one go.
I'm worried about how cold it will get for us.
And we make a fire afterwards?
What else are we supposed to do?
I tried to make a fire out of both the log and some rope that I had carried in here. Neither ignited.
I can help you with the green fire at least. And Alan will go ahead and flit over towards the flame. You said it's magic, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Atlan will go ahead and snap and he'll cast Dispel Magic on it. Send us all into Eternal Winter. Been
No
there,
effect.
done that. Oh. Well, he'll turn towards it and he's just gonna clap. He's gonna do a few different maneuvers to make sound. But we'll look over at Alfred and just say, I don't think I can just turn it off.
No, it's some sort of puzzle that we have to figure out.
So we all just sit here and try to think what puzzle it might be.
Perhaps, yes. If you have any ideas, that'd be great. Alfred's gonna peer through the fire to see if it if he can see something through the fire.
Well, give me a perception.
Man, if this session isn't called Through the Fire and the Flames.
No, because that would have to be a marathon session.
You could do it.
And it wouldn't be fair to do that without Ernie present, because if you're gonna play that kind of a hard guitar song, you gotta have your guitar player here. 19 with the perception. Don't notice anything other than what you've been tinkering with before.
Or can I specifically say that what I meant by this is can I look through the fire and see on the back wall of the hemisphere that's enshrouding us? Is there any sort of gaps or things like that the fire might show?
Not that you see.
Can Caradwin... So, the How many log benches are around the fire?
It's a good question.
That is a good question.
There are 5.
Can she go, like, what kind of benches are they? Just like logs on the ground? Do they have like any?
No, they're just logs on the ground.
Don't you just like
Smoothly cut, but that besides that, they're nothing. They've not been fashioned in any sort of furniture.
Okay. She go and see if there's any sort of like carvings or markings or maybe anything that might be underneath the benches.
Okay.
Like an investigation check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a nat 20.
Look at that.
20 stayed.
Roll me
so
2d8s.
2d8.
You're getting an extra
Ooh.
d8 for your nat 20, so.
Oh, nice.
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 What languages do you speak, Caradwin?
Caradwin speaks. Roll it down. Elvish, Celestial, Common, Druidic, and Goblin.
Okay, I was counting on the second one. Written in Celestial are 2 words at different places on the first log that you look at. One is the word fear. The other is the word failure. And when I say written, I mean carved into it.
Yeah.
Rather well carved into it.
Okay.
Well, maybe we don't have a whole lot to go on. Campfire in the woods. Maybe we're supposed to do something that you do at the campfire in the woods. Maybe I got food to cook, stories to tell, shit to burn. Oh wait, we tried the burn crap.
What did you find, lass?
You said that's just on the first log? Or first
Yep.
bench that she checks? This one, she'll point to where it says that Celestial says fear, failure. And she goes check out another one, see if it says...
Let me help you. He'll kind of come over and, with his bigger build, help her lift the logs and get a better look at
Okay.
at the rest.
Give me another
rest of them.
investigation with advantage this time.
Ooh, nice.
Because we needed that the first time.
I was like, better than my +1 investigation.
Fair. With 21, roll me a d8.
Alrighty.
I suppose I should have you roll a d6. We've eliminated 2 options, so
Oh,
give me a
okay.
d6 roll. Because you rolled a 2 again.
It's
Didn't help me.
same one.
Okay, but 2 works.
all
When
the
I'm
way
thinking
down.
of it in 6. Celestial word for love.
So this one
Oh.
says love.
Yeah, and Alfred will follow with the bench that he's next to.
And Atlan will
Okay.
assist.
Alright. Investigation with advantage.
And I'll give Alfred guidance as well.
Ooh.
Imagine. I was like, imagine double nat ones.
You can add the D4.
Nice. It's a dirty
Roll me a
20.
D8. Or, sorry, a D10 this time.
10? Interesting.
Yeah.
Since Alfred also speaks Celestial.
Mm-hmm.
Betrayal.
This one says betrayal.
No more?
Karen will go to the fourth one.
Still helping.
Okay.
Advantage.
Two tens.
All right. Roll me a D8.
7.
Desire. What's behind log number 5?
Log number 5. Are you with me?
Of course.
Not intimidation. Oof.
Don't find anything.
This one's blank?
Unless you'd like to use your inspiration.
Do it.
I mean, it's guaranteed that there is something here.
Karen would give him guidance again.
Yeah.
So get a D4 on top of it.
Sweet. Advantage, guidance, inspiration.
Yeah.
More like it. Okay.
Wait.
Nice.
Nice. 22.
22.
Nice.
Even
Okay,
better.
give me D6. Doubt.
Oh, wait. Don't. I shouldn't have doubted. It says doubt. All of them have something on them.
These puzzles are very tongue-in-cheek.
Fear, failure, love, betrayal, desire, doubt.
One of us have to sit at each log.
And tell a story?
I'm terrible at stories.
Yeah, I've been trying to get better at them, but I'm not the best. I usually get lost halfway through them.
I can compensate with a song. Hopefully that picks up the lackluster parts of our storytelling.
We're all talking about spinning bottles.
We're gonna kiss?
I know that didn't have really anything. No.
Oh.
There was game friends and I used to play when I was a wee lad, where you had to like answer a question or do something you really didn't want to do. Truth or dare or something like that, but I mean, I don't know if that fits, but I mean, we did it around the campfire.
Could
So,
be if we
stories, truths, games, songs.
I mean, if any of us have any strong emotions tied to one of these words, that could be a start.
You feeling drawn to a word?
Alfred, you said this dreamer likes to torment people?
Yeah, he loves it. Unfortunately, he's really good at perceiving what you desire, the things that make you tick.
That's one of the words.
Does anybody here have a massive desire?
I think it should probably be you, Mr. Second Trip.
Yeah, perhaps. He'll take a seat down on the bench that's marked desire.
Herodwin will sit at the one marked love.
Alan will sit on the one marked fear.
Tamerlane will.
Yes.
Tamerlane will sit down on the ground and kind of lean back against the one that says doubt.
Alright, Judas. We got betrayal next.
Wallis kind of just looks around like glass chair and musical chairs here. And they just kind of smirks, sits down on the bench marked with betrayal. Do you want looking at me to start, or your word is first? Points at Alan.
Well, you're sitting over there, Mr. Fifth Element. We've got water, wind, fire, and earth, but betrayal.
Hey, I was here
the fifth
before.
one.
I was water in the first place.
Okay, all
There
right.
are 6 elements.
I guess you're right. Sure. There's a song that I have, that I haven't quite performed at any of the taverns we've gone to, because they say it's bad luck to perform the same exact thing twice. I can probably improv some things on the fly, make them fit a little bit more with the insecurities that I noticed about our little group. Alan will go ahead and put away his loot, and he'll go ahead and pull out the small metallic fiddle that he has, something that actually matches with the metallic bow that he plays with.
As you're prepping your equipment, your instrument, give a quick glance towards the firelight. and one of the aforementioned skulls is positioned in a way that is like looking straight at your bench. You notice that the eyes or eye holes are just glowing. First, it's easy to just toss it off as being just the ebb of the fire, the flames flickering in different ways behind it. But there's a certain trance-like feeling to it. What kind of a save do you need to do for this?
Oh.
Oh no.
Let's find a spell that kind of fits with where I'm going here.
I feel like you're gonna get hit with like a charisma save.
Oh, fear is a wisdom save.
We have plenty of those to come. It's fine.
Oh. I am drawing a blank on... There it is. There's the spell I'm looking for.
Zone of truth and dare.
Oh, of course. Wisdom save. Oh, we needed to look that up. With an 8, you kind of just fall under a little bit of a trance from this glowing beacon-like orbs of the skull. The rest of you don't notice anything different about Atlan. This happens within a split second. As Atlan inside your head get a very subtle, short moment of the whispers before the whispers just kind of ease into words. What do you fear most? As the trance continues, you feel compelled to answer the question. Truthfully or not is entirely up to you.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, Atlan will go ahead and sit there, and as he has his bowstring ready, it'll kind of slip in his hand a little bit, but he'll grip it and just say, "Happiness."
Sorry?
You all hear this one-word answer. You're all anticipating a song coming. He's got an instrument out. Everything's coming. And then it's just a one word. Yet, y'all need to roll me a wisdom save.
They all do? I'm so sorry.
Oh boy.
I gotta make Wallis roll 1, 2 here.
Oh no, I'm rolling like trash tonight.
You haven't supposed to.
Yeah. I want to see what happens though.
Okay.
So back.
Tamerlane, Alfred, and Wallis, to you. In your mind, you feel like you have both parts. You feel like this is an admission from Atlan that this is his greatest fear. Caradon, you're completely just like, but is this the title of the song? What? This is all, you've just heard one word. You don't know what the hell's going on.
Hey, Atlan, are you? What's going on?
The trance is broken, by the way.
Yep. Sorry, I was gonna play the song. Right.
Happiness?
No, it was about fear. My log, and he'll kind of like pat the log underneath him. It doesn't say happiness, does it?
You fear happiness?
Let's move to the next person, and he'll kind of gesture out with the bow.
As you say that, you feel much of the warmth you've been feeling from being close to the fire on this near this bench, just like leach from you. Just a cold tingle go down your spine. Give me a con save.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
Take 8 points of cold damage as that shiver down your spine just emanates out through your body. Just a sudden chill, sudden cold that goes beyond just a feeling. As first damage of the well, not entirely the first damage. I believe there might have been some incidental damage that happened in an earlier session.
Do we notice anything happened to him?
Just the instinctual reaction to being cold.
But nothing that's like...
What does Atlan do in reaction to being cold?
Just chittering teeth. I'm gonna go ahead and put his instrument over to the side before just rubbing his arms a little bit.
Tamerlane, give me a wisdom save.
Oh boy. I can't roll at all tonight.
Feel yourself drawn, your vision drawn to the flames, drawn to a skull facing directly in your direction. Eyes glowing, pulsing, and draws you in to a bit of almost a hypnotic state as the whispers you heard before you found your key return for a moment, for shifting to a voice. What one truth about yourself you hope no one ever sees? You're compelled to answer, but whether you tell the truth or not is entirely up to you.
One truth about yourself that you hope no one ever sees.
Correct.
I'm bad luck. I'm a jinx.
Everybody else give me a wisdom save. And also, Tamerlane, in the tower, roll me a persuasion or deception to let me know whether you're being honest or not. Yeah, I gotta roll for Wally. Bless you.
Thank you.
Atlin and Alfred seems normal, and you feel like you understand that he has revealed something about himself that he really didn't want anybody to ever know. Kerdwin, again, it's what the people just randomly saying shit. This time Wallis is also like kind of tries to catch your eyes from the next bench over, Kerdwin, and just like, that makes sense to you?
She'll just shake her head. What is going on?
I know.
I think I'm starting to. I think I'm starting to understand. We're being compelled to say something about ourselves. You're not. You didn't want to say that, did you? That's what you really think about yourself.
Like the fucking damnedest bloody worst get to know you game I've ever seen.
Well, we're all gonna have to go
Kerdwin, give
through
me a
it.
wisdom save. Alfred, give me a wisdom save. We're just kind of like looking around, waiting for who's going to share next. Before your eyes settle on the glowing eye holes of one of the skulls in the fire, looking back at you as you hear the dreaded whispers in your head for a moment before a voice "What the one thing you crave most, even if it costs you everything?" You are compelled to answer. Truth or lie is up to you.
Safety.
Give me a persuasion or a deception in the tower to tell me whether you're lying or telling the truth, and everybody else give me a wisdom save. It's about the only way I was going to get you to fail one, right?
Yeah, honestly. I built like the anti tavern.
Hey, my highest roll all night. I rolled an 8.
Aw.
Yeah, those ollie rolls.
I know.
Truly.
Okay, this time, Atlan, you are the only one that is confused. While the rest of them all... Okay. Makes sense. You have both sides of both the question and the answer. I will post the question in the Fantasy Grounds here.
Alan's still feeling cold, and he's gonna look over the group, and if nobody says anything, even though he honestly did not hear what Alfred said, he's not gonna speak up. Genuinely didn't hear his whisper.
Safety.
Yeah, I did.
No,
Maybe.
I mean, yes, I heard it, but I'm saying Alan definitely did.
I didn't hear it at all.
Yeah, Alfred said safety.
Well, conspicuously, 3 of you have spoken, rather cryptically, to some. 2 of you have not. Caradwin and Wallis are both feel no compulsion to know what to say. Maybe
Do we
mine's
realize?
broken. Do I need a different bench?
Do we realize that we were looking at the skulls, and or do we remember that? I guess.
You remember looking at the fire.
Well, we're sitting around a campfire. Maybe just look into the fire and see if you find your answer. I honestly can't remember how I just came into it.
I've been staring at the fire last, gosh, it was how many minutes?
I assumed one of you asked Caradwin thus.
Hmm?
What's the thing you love the most?
She'll pause for a moment. Possibility. The idea that things will get better. Hope.
Your optimism?
That's all I got.
Everybody give me a con save. Oh, Wally, what do you got over here? Caradwin and Atlan. Caradwin, you take 9 points of cold damage. You all feel like the temperature drop after she finishes talking. But Caradwin and Atlan both real feel it. Atlan, you take 5. this time around.
I don't think the fire liked your answer.
Caradwin will, she's kind of like draws her shawl closer around her, and she's gonna like lean forward and is like just with a very focused expression looking into the fire as if that will help.
Okay. Roll me another wisdom save. You can choose to roll it with disadvantage if you would like.
I'm gonna do that just for the sake of getting this over sooner.
Stare into that fire. Nothing.
Can I choose to fail this?
No.
Ah.
Alan's gonna get off of his bench and get closer to the fire.
This is the negative of choosing the really high wisdom boost. I swear it's like we got the broken benches. What do you want to try mine?
Oh, we already spoke, so maybe it won't allow us to speak again.
You're also not gonna bait me to sit on the betrayal log.
Oh, you were all just fine with me sitting on it.
Yes.
Caradwin is continuing just to glare into the fire.
You could come try and sit with Atlan. There were 2 birds on his bench.
Alan will gesture back towards it because he's up next to the fire now. You're more than allowed to take it.
Boss looks at Caradwin, sees her just like staring into the flames. Suppose this one apparently works. Sit down on the log. Looks back at Caradwin again, just like, how she intently staring into the fire, and he just kind of like goes, paws on each side of the face, tunnel vision into the fire. I'm getting nothing. Did something happen? Like, is there something supposed to be doing? Do I need to hum? Meditate or something? Tamerlane, give me a wisdom save.
Oh no. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Roll me a d6. You feel your eyes captured, drawn back into the beacon of the skull. And after the familiar whispers, voice comes into your head. Who here do you envy?
glass, Berdwin?
Give me a persuasion or deception, and everybody else give me a wisdom save.
I'm rolling the ones that'll probably let me fail the other roll now.
Yeah.
For the first time, we all fail. As each of you knows both the question and the answer.
Sheridan will look over like very sharply at you. What? You're jealous of me?
Is that the only response?
You still same, so hopeful. He kind of grimaces, shakes his head. I have to get up. He stands up and is not actively not looking at the fire.
Caradwin, give me another wisdom save.
Disadvantage.
Oh, this one is just a straight. It's not disadvantage. The disadvantage was when you were attempting to incite it.
Because you used the first one and
Ah!
she used the 5. It was the first one on
Can I
the
please
2.
use
No.
the 5?
All right, Alfred, give me a wisdom save.
Oh, okay.
And roll me a D8. Hear the whispers after being sucked into the hypnotic stare of the skull. And a voice says to you in your mind, "Who here do you distrust most?" You are compelled to answer. Whether you're truthful or not is up to you.
Caradwin? I'm very sorry.
Give me a deception or persuasion in the tower, and everybody else give me a wisdom save.
I have to make sure not to hit the roll dice.
Forget Wally. Whew. Back to Wallis and Caradwin, both just hear the word, hear Caradwin's name, but don't know what the question was. As Tamerlane and Atlan have both sides.
Okay, so you said that these games that the dreamer likes to play are sick and twisted, right? Because this has given a whole new meaning to friendly fire. And he'll look over at Alfred with a very sad look on his face.
Yeah, it's a running theme here. This will either make or break us. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
That was it.
Caradwin will hop off her log, go to the edge where like the border of the dome is. It's like, all right, you, Mr. Dreamer, whatever. You want me to admit something embarrassing? Then just tell me what you want me to admit so we can get out of here. All right? And then she'll go, and she won't sit back down, but she'll basically just like lay on her stomach over the log, looking at the fire, just once again glaring at it. Just like, come on.
I'm upset.
Okay. Give me another disadvantage wisdom save.
I think I finally failed it. And
You
one
did.
of them was a nat 20.
As after straining, something happens after your last shout at the owner of the bottle, as
Yes.
the new name for the dreamer.
Mm-hmm.
Laying over this log, staring into the fire, almost more eye level with the skull from your particular log you'd been sitting on. And finally, just whether it's you've let your guard down through the anger and frustration or whatever has caused it, you feel yourself drawn into this hypnotizing gaze of the skull looking out at you. Hear for a moment the whispers you heard before you found your key, and then a voice say to you, "Who have you loved and lost?"
I have our chapter name. Message in a bottle.
For me to have loved someone, they would have had to have loved me back.
No.
No, that's her perception of it. She
Okay.
does not believe she has loved anybody because nobody has loved her back.
This feels like Family Feud, where like the rest of the group has to be like, good answer, good answer, good answer.
Yeah.
So is your answer no one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're gonna make me have to think. I don't like thinking over here.
You're making us think.
Give me a con save.
This ref did not like this.
No.
As you answer with no one, feel the heat sapped from your body again as you take 4 points of cold damage. You guys are now even with 13 points total between the two. So nice spreading it around there.
Nice.
Ah. All right, seriously, I don't know what it is. I've sat on 2 different benches. Neither one's working. What do you all need to do? Try a different bench, or free yours up and I'll try yours. This one's apparently only works for you. Looking to Atlan.
Try to empty your mind? I don't know. You're thinking way too hard about all of this.
Yeah, just go sit down on your original bench and maybe just really try and like look into the fire and see yourself.
All right, here goes nothing.
I'm trying, everyone. Which is what Alan will say under his breath.
Oh, I suppose I don't have to narrate what happens to Wallis. Everybody give me wisdom saves.
Ooh.
We did it. We did it.
Oh, come on! The one time!
Oh.
Caradwin and Tamerlane will only hear the answer. Atlan and Alfred will have both sides of it.
You want us to deafen?
No.
Okay.
We haven't made you jump out of the rest of it, so.
Oh, that's fair.
Let me find the right one. It's not hers. That is all Tamerlane and Caradwin know. Atlan and Alfred know that the question he was asked and for clarification, the people beside him currently are Alfred and Caradwin. All right, we're good. We can walk out of this place. See, just makes a beeline for the where you came in before running straight into the barrier again.
I'm sorry, did I miss the question?
It's posted in the...
I posted it in the
chat.
Fantasy Grounds.
Oh.
Caradwin's still kind of glaring into the fire.
Fuck all. Somebody... We gotta do this shit all over again.
Wallis?
It might not be healthy for you.
Alfred's gonna get up and walk over to Wallis. Wallis? What did you mean?
What?
I heard the question as well.
her. Points over at Caradwin, and everybody needs to give me con saves. Whew, look at that nat 20. Oof. And gotta get Wallis in there. Whew, just enough. Tamerlane and Alfred take the damage this time. Tamerlane takes 10 points of cold. Alfred takes 1.
Nice.
Small sacrifices.
Upon feeling the cold, Alfred will slap Wallis. Wallis, don't do this to me.
What?
Well, the cool thing about the Dreamer is that he hates lying. That is probably the only thing about him that is consistent. So please, I'm gonna ask one more time. What did you mean?
Ow. This gets us out of this place. I don't know that the key has any connection directly to her. I found it in that shipwreck, like I told you. I don't know if that was her ship. I don't know. Just random location. I suppose I wanted it to be connected to her. So I've carried it as a connection to her.
I'm sorry.
Yes, to me it is.
You stupid man. I'm so sorry.
Atlan will.
If that is not her key, if that has no connection to her, then you're in a lot of danger for no reason. I wouldn't have brought you here if I had known that it wasn't hers. I understand what it's like to want to save someone. That's the only reason that I would even mention this.
There's a chance.
But you believe it isn't. It's not hers.
I just don't know it.
Atlan's gonna fly up between the two of them and just look at Alfred and say, I think you're missing the point though. He just lied, and here you are apologizing. I've noticed that about you. You like to apologize a lot, even when it isn't your fault or it's far beyond you.
Yeah. I think you're right on that. It's not something that I try to do, I guess, but I guess it's sometimes what I feel is best to say. I'm not necessarily the best at reading how people react to things, and so I guess sometimes it's just a way to put up a front or get ahead of a situation before it turns sour. I don't know if that makes sense.
Let me go ahead and guess. in your little adventuring group, there was probably somebody who is a lot more outspoken, who went ahead and confronted people for the lies that they went ahead and told. So it covers your base of weakness that you didn't want to go ahead and come after people personally, and you're a little more non-confrontational.
You're a very perceptive person.
I am, which is why I don't want this liar with us. And he'll go ahead and turn to face Wallis. What else are you hiding? Sit back on that log, look back into the fire. We're not getting out of here anytime soon.
I think we might all have to answer truthfully.
I didn't lie about what I said to the fire.
I didn't lie either.
No, I did not.
So, what kind of take red? Maybe he just didn't like my answer.
It seems to have gotten colder any time that he hasn't. Did you feel colder?
I did.
Is scared one still trying to peer into the fire?
Yeah.
Okay, give me another roll. With disadvantage.
Okay.
It's not working.
No.
Carswin, my log had 2 words on it, if you maybe want to go ahead and move over there.
Still sigh, get up, and sit on Atlin's log. Kind of like take a moment and almost try to clear her head. Almost as if like maybe if she doesn't think anything, it will be easier.
Okay. Give me another roll.
Disadvantage or?
Yeah, you can keep the disadvantage. Nothing to it. For clarification, I will note that Alfred and Tamerlane both answered second questions despite theirs having only one word, and they were not questions based off the first word.
Just here trying to wonder, do I have to yell at you again?
But also point out that there's 3 of you that have only answered one. Well, 3 of you including Wallis.
I guess Alfred will stare back into the fire again, searching for an answer, as there's nothing else to do.
Erin will go back to her original bench. Well, she'll kind
Okay.
of pace around again.
Yeah, I'd say at this point in time, but you were just at Atlin's bench. Wallis's bench is sitting empty. Your bench is sitting empty.
Emerald's bench is sitting empty. He stood up.
That's right. You did walk away.
Alfred will move to Carwin's bench.
Okay.
We'll try a different bench.
Give her a go.
Take a seat. Papa Squat.
Yep. Roll a wisdom save.
Oh, we're cooking.
Hey, that -1 wisdom's got to come in handy for at least one encounter in here, right? Right.
I'm actually so like I'm so sorry, Carolyn, but I'm having a great time with the one time I get
You're good.
a little bonus to having this negative.
Hey, you're good.
Eat it up.
It adds to the drama, honestly.
I'm having a great time with this. It's crazy.
With the rolls, with the rolls.
All right.
AJ.
As you fall into the hypnotizing stare of the skull and hear the whispers for a moment, and then hear a voice in your head. What is one thing you've done that you would undo if you could? Answer and give me a persuasion or a deception in the tower.
Coming here in the first place.
Clarify to me what you mean by that. What does Alfred mean by that?
Alfred means arriving into the tavern in the first place. He wishes that he had never stepped into the tavern in the first place.
Okay, so I'll point you back to the question as being something that you've done.
Oh, that I've done.
That you would undo. Not just something that you could undo, just something that you've done that you would undo. We will not accept the answer of I wish I was never born. That's not okay. It's dark, and it also doesn't meet the question.
Hit him with the
It's
determinism. I have no free will to begin with.
Also not very Alfred. I can think of so many things that he would want to undo, but all of them are things that have something else that could have, like, you could say that it wasn't his fault.
I think it's fair to still go with what would Alfred instinctively answer to the question. Even if it isn't his fault. If it's something he did, that he can undo. This isn't a wish spell. You don't need to worry about the ramifications of what you do. It's what would be Alfred's answer.
I wouldn't have apologized for all the things that weren't my fault. Seems quite poignant now. Or topical.
That's fair. Give me a persuasion, deception in the tower, and everybody else can do wisdom save.
Can I have Tamerlane roll my next wisdom save?
Yeah, that'd be the one time I roll a high number.
Honestly.
One time all night I would.
Alright, Atlan and Tamerlane, you have both sides
Alan just starts clapping.
the question and the answer. As you say the words, it's almost like the clapper that Atlan starts clapping and the fire goes out. Everybody give me a con save. Okay. Alfred and Wallis pass. The other three all fail. You're just going to take the same damage this time because I don't want to roll dice multiple times. Although that's kind of what we do, but it's a little harsher this one. As the three that failed each take 35 points of cold damage.
I believe it.
As you're left in complete darkness and a complete lack of warmth. What do we do now? You hear a voice in the darkness.
Is there any perception? Like even dark vision?
Yeah.
Yeah, dark vision. You see you're still standing in the, or seated at the same campground.
I'll try and get up and move past where the barrier was.
Which direction? Or is there a particular direction?
No, I don't think there is one. Or just go out at
Barrier is no longer there as you walk into the forest.
Well, he'll shout back, I'm in the forest! We're not contained anymore.
Progress?
Can Alfred
Question
begin
mark.
picking up out like twigs and branches and whatnot?
Don't find any on the ground. I'm gonna try the way we came in.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't get lost.
Try not to.
I'll just start like making a sweeping arc around, not necessarily going further yet, but like just seeing what's around the encompassing area.
For the other three, still in the circle at this point, see a large rectangular light source open up back the way you came in.
Carriton will call Alfred over. Um, the door's back.
Alfred's booking it. He knows how little time there is once the door is there.
Aye.
They're calling to Wallis too.
Think this is the way out?
It has to be.
Better than nothing.
Everybody filter through?
Yes.
Alan will knock on.
Shoot.
Is the door there in the frame, or is it just like a wall of light?
It's just like there's this box of light. The light is not coming out.
Oh,
It's not acting as a. It's like
Like a 2D
a
plane.
box of white, basically. It's just like a box on the wall of white. The reverse of Wile E. Coyote putting a hole on the side of a mountain.
I see. I see.
As you each in turn step through, find yourself more or less back in the tavern. Things are mostly the way you left them. Some different faces, some different doors. But still a familiar, what can I get you? And that's where we'll wrap up tonight.
It's a fucking literally nothing. Oh. Floor number 1.
We will do wisdom saves for memories on the other end at the beginning of next session.
Okay. I can red text everything that I forget.
Well, let's go ahead and wrap things up for VOD with that. So, those out there watching on VOD, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Come watch live. It's more fun live. You can interact. You can redeem things to do some rerolls. Tonight would have been a great time to reroll to make the roll go lower and not be me by doing that. That would have been a positive. But anyway, you can help or hinder the party as we move forward if you're in here on the live chat. So come join us for that. Definitely take a look at doing the guest spot thing if that's something that interests you. And thanks, Ernie. Anyway, yeah, come watch live. We'll be back next 2 weeks. Sorry. We'll be back with our next live session with Chapter 7, and we will continue on with where we were at tonight. So that storyline will be continuing for at least the next couple sessions. We are off next week. We'll have a bunch of people with conflicts. So we will not be here next week, but we will be back in 2 weeks. And come watch live, VOD viewers. See you, VOD.
Hi, Bod.
Goodbye.